Hey there dads, Martin here, and congratulations, you made it to Easter. It doesn't seem like 5 minutes ago that we were saying welcome to the February half term, but here we are at Easter now. So, how's it going? I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be candid with you now. Easter has got some bittersweet memories for me because Easter was always a time that I clawed to. I literally clawed my way to Easter feeling completely stressed, completely overwhelmed, completely out of control, and just hoping and praying that a few days off at Easter would really make all the difference, and then everything would be fine, and then I'd have all that energy back, and then I could hit the, after Easter and just hit it hard and let's go for it and work harder and longer, just like always, right? It's interesting reflecting on it, because you might remember that I talk about things like daily stress, which is like you're literally relentlessly in that kind of stressed out, even though you don't like to admit it, I know, overwhelmed, frustrated, exhausted state every day. Or you might have frequent stress, and that could be you get stressed Sunday nights or Monday mornings or Friday nights, or you might get stressed at the end of a month. So it's looking at these patterns. And there's also, I talk about cycles of stress. And before it really became a problem for me in terms of daily relentless stress, I caught myself in cycles of stress. And my cycle of stress was around about every 3 months. And for me, one of the key points was always Easter. And looking at it, there are a few reasons. Obviously, it's 3 months into the year, so a bit of a Christmas break, and then 3 months in, really feeling it. You may know that I come from financial services, and in financial services, we had a restructure every 6 to 18 months without fail. And for whatever unbeknown reason, a lot of those restructures tended to happen at Christmas. And I'm helping clients currently go through that. All their restructures were announced just before Christmas, and we're still looking at all the fallout from that. It's amazing, all those years later, and this is still happening, and it's been happening now for the last 18 months. The financial services industry is really, just acting just traditionally, economic, uncertainty, we're just going to make people redundant and restructure. It's so outdated, it's untrue, but that's one for another time. But it's interesting because what I found, I was a manager, I was a leader, so I would obviously help people through restructures. And it's interesting because I really did not like change. I like certainty, and I really don't like change, or certainly didn't like change. I embrace it a lot more nowadays. It's like, well, what can we learn? What's on the other side of this? But back in the day, I didn't like it. But I would step up and I would lead other people through change. And I always felt like I dealt with that change really well. However, 3 months later, I kid you not, 3 months later, after every restructure I ever encountered, I would crash. I would go through the floor. I would be so stressed, overwhelmed. It's like everything caught up with me. The whole emotion of that change, the restructure, and the build-up of, in those 3 months then, all the change, probably new bosses, new teammates, we got new responsibilities, commitments, projects, we got a lot less people to do even more work. Like all of that, plus the emotion of the change, all caught up with me at 3 months point. And so when you look at this, when a lot of the restructures were announced at Christmas, 3 months later we get to Easter, is it any wonder then that I'm then on my knees? So really what I'm coming in with this because I want to help you identify a few things. Over Easter, you've reached Easter, great. Use this time to reflect. Please use this time to reflect. Do you have daily stress? I've got a daily challenge with stress. Do you have a frequent struggle, challenge with stress? So weekly or monthly? do you get into cycles of stress? And also, when it comes to change, restructures, that kind of thing, reorganizations, is there a delayed kind of cycle that you get into, and then you kind of hit that point where it all seems to catch up with you? These are really important things to identify, because if you can identify them, then you can feel a bit more in control and do something about them. So during this Easter, please use this time to reflect and look at those things. And then if you need any support, obviously just let me know. Go and have a great Easter with your family, and we'll catch up soon.